Reminder: everybody has different needs for their mental and physical health. If you have any pre-existing conditions, please consult your doctor before engaging in a practice. Should you experience any pain or worsening symptoms, stop immediately and consult your physician before continuing. Hello everyone, welcome to the studio. My name is Andy and today I'll be leading you through a practice for the heart chakra. Before we begin, please make sure to clear your space of any hazards just for your own safety. You may choose to incorporate the use of a block or yoga strap. However, these pieces of equipment are not required for today's practice. Once you have your space ready to go, please meet me on your mat. Starting by bringing ourselves down to seated on the mat, adjusting ourselves into a seated butterfly position. Taking our soles of feet in towards each other, knees will naturally splay out wide. Take the hands just onto the fronts of the ankles to help draw your chest up and forward so you're sitting as tall as you possibly can. As we inhale, lifting the chest towards the sky, trying to leave it there as we slowly bend into the elbows and let the head go heavy when you reach the bottom. Inhale, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae, lifting the chest at the top, little mini back bend. Slowly bending into the elbows, leading with your chest forwards. Head will release last. Beautiful. One more time, slowly rolling all the way up. Lifting the heart at the top. Leave it lifted, slowly bend the elbows, drawing the body forward as we undulate the spine. Rolling ourselves back up to a neutral spine, releasing the grips on the ankles, placing the right hand down just beside us. As we inhale, left arm circles up and over, taking a little side bend to the right, being mindful as we do so to keep the left knee pressing out wide so we're not rocked over to the right. Slowly circling the body forward, releasing over the legs, letting head go heavy. 4 counts to roll ourselves back up to seated, coming up slow in 4, 3, 2, 1. Head is last. Placing left hand down beside us. Inhale, takes the right arm up and over, a little side bend to the left. On this side, being mindful to keep right knee pressed open. Big circle of the body all the way forward, releasing head over the legs. Count, roll back up to neutral, coming up in 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Keeping our right leg as it is, extend your left leg all the way out straight in front of you. Adjusting here if you need to so that we place the right sole of foot either to your inner thigh or to the calf, avoiding directly beside the knee joint. Sitting up as tall as we possibly can on the mat. Yeah, option here if you're using a yoga strap, to place it looped just under the arch of the foot. As we inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, draws the body forward over that left leg. Strap if you're using one. Circle the right arm up and over, place the hand down just beside the hips. Pointing our left toes as you inhale, lifting the hips to sky, left hand reaches behind you, arching the back so that we feel a nice stretch across left side rib cage. Gently lowering our hips back down to the mat. Inhale, reaches both arms to the sky to lengthen more. Exhale, releasing up and forward. And again, feel free to grab that strap if you need to help draw yourself that little bit deeper into that stretch. Yeah, being mindful here that we're not forcing the stretch, just taking it where you're comfortable today. And releasing your grip, circle the right arm up and over, place the hand down behind the hips, point left toes. Inhale, lifting the hips up to the sky. Option if you need to leave the hips on the mat as we reach that left hand behind us. Feeling the space in between the ribs. Gently lowering our hips back down to the mat. Inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. Exhale, last time, releasing up and forward over that left leg. Taking 4 counts to roll ourselves up to seated, vertebrae by vertebrae. Coming up slowly in 4, 3, 2, 1. Head is last. If you're using a strap, just placing it off to the side so it's out of the way. We'll slide our left leg out to the edge of the mat so it's a little bit wider here. Making sure that you're sitting up nice and tall, place your left hand just onto the top of the leg. Right hand will go to your right hip, taking chest towards the top right corner of the mat. Slowly sliding the hand down the leg, taking ourselves to a little side body stretch. Option is to stay right here or lifting gaze up towards the sky, rolling the right shoulder back. Slowly and mindfully bringing ourselves back up to neutral. Taking our left leg back in front of us on the mat. Lifting our right leg up. Shin will be parallel to the mat below. Option to modify by placing your left hand to foot, right hand to knee, or if you're able to, wrapping the arms all the way around the shin. Just being mindful here not to let the heel drop down, trying to maintain the lift through the foot. From there, making sure we're not slouching in the body, sitting up nice and tall, lift the chest. And when you feel ready, gently rocking side to side, just at your own pace, helping us open up that hip. Finding our way back to stillness, releasing the right foot up and over your left thigh, placing it flat onto the mat. Right hand will go down just behind the right hip for support. Left arm wraps around the knee, hugging it in towards the body. Option is to stay there, sitting up nice and tall, or taking the final essence, gaze over the right shoulder towards the wall behind you. As we're holding here, each inhale lengthens the body taller, and each exhale squeezes the thigh tighter into the belly. Loosening your grip, carefully releasing back forward. Couple of options here. If you have any injuries or limitations in your hips, you're taking your right ankle onto the meaty part of your left thigh. Right hand is going to help to press the right knee open. If you have no injuries or limitations, keep the legs crossed and bend your bottom leg in underneath you. Flexing our feet and sliding them out nice and wide, doing our best to end up with the knees stacked directly one on top of the other. And just being mindful here, both sits bones are equally grounded down into your mat, no matter which option you're taking today. Once you have the position in the legs, your option here for the upper body, either to sit up tall and gently release chin toward the chest, or taking it deeper into your hips by slowly releasing up and forward over the legs and allowing the head to go heavy when you get there. Slowly rolling ourselves back up vertebrae by vertebrae, letting the head come back up last. Carefully unfolding the legs in front of us on the mat, giving them a little shake out to release before we take the other side. Beautiful. Finding our way to the other side, keep your right leg long, bend the left leg at the knee, placing sole of foot again either to your inner thigh or to your calf. Making sure that you're sitting up as tall as you can, and again, option to add your strap if needed. As we inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, draws the body closer towards the leg, trying to get belly to meet with thigh. Releasing your grip, circle the left arm up and over, placing hand down just behind the hips, point right toes. On an inhale, lift the hips towards the sky, right hand reaches behind you, arching the body and feeling that nice side stretch. Gently lowering our hips back down to the mat. Inhale, reach both arms to the sky to lengthen the spine. Exhale, releasing up and forward over right leg. Head goes heavy at the bottom. Last time, circling the left arm up and over, place the hand down, point your right toes, option to leave the hips down, or inhale, lifts them up as right hand reaches to the wall behind, creating that space between the ribs. Gently lowering hips back down to the mat. Inhale, reach both arms to sky. Exhale, releasing up and forward, allowing the head to go heavy. And just noticing here if the stretch feels different third time round. Four counts to roll ourselves back up to seated, coming up slow in 4, 3, 2, 1. Head is last. Removing your strap out of the way if you were using one. We'll slide our right leg out to the edge of the mat so it's a little bit wider. Right hand just on top of the leg, left hand to your hip as chest faces towards top left corner mat. Slowly gliding your right hand down the leg towards the ankle. Once you reach the bottom of your stretch for today, option to stay right there, feeling that nice stretch through the side of the back, or taking our gaze towards the sky and rolling that left shoulder back to get a little bit deeper. Rooting down through the left sits bones to bring ourselves back up to neutral and guiding our right leg back around in front of us. Lifting the left shin up parallel to the mat below, and again it's your option here either to take right hand to foot, left hand to knee, or if you're able to, wrapping the arms around the shin. Yeah, once you have your position, drawing the left heel up and drawing chest towards the leg. When you feel ready, gently rocking side to side, opening up the hip, just taking it at your own pace. Finding our way back to stillness, releasing the left foot up and over right leg, placing foot flat on the mat. Left hand will go down just behind your hips. Take right arm wrapping around the knee and squeeze the thigh towards your belly. Option to stay there, sitting up tall, or final essence, gaze over left shoulder to the wall behind you. Finding a twist. Releasing your grip, slowly bringing the body back to center. Finding your option either to take your left ankle to the meaty part of your right thigh. Left hand will gently press open the knee, or making our way into our cow face pose by bending both legs, flexing the feet as we slide them out wider from each other. And again, no matter which option you go with today, making sure both your sits bones are still grounding into the mat. Your option when you're ready, either to stay sitting up tall, gently lowering the chin toward your chest for introspection, or if you're ready to get deeper into the hips, slowly releasing the body forward. Slowly rolling the body back up to seated, vertebrae by vertebrae, letting your head come back up last. Carefully unfolding the legs in front of you on the mat, just giving them a quick little shake side to side, releasing the hips. When you feel ready, bringing ourselves up onto our hands and knees, finding our tabletop position. In our tabletop position, stacking the wrists directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly under the hips, toes are going to be tucked onto the mat to provide additional support to the knee joint. Option here, gently closing the eyes as we take a few cat-cows. On an inhale, rounding the spine, tucking chin to chest, gaze goes to belly button. Exhale, releasing to arch the other way. Tailbone lifts to sky, gaze goes up. Again, inhale, rounding the spine, cat pose. Exhale, releases, arching into cow. One more time, inhale, hollowing out the belly in cat. Exhale, opening up across the chest in cow. Beautiful, bringing ourselves back to a neutral spine. From here, keeping the left toes tucked as we extend our right leg straight out behind us, pointing through the toes. Option to keep both hands firmly on the mat for extra support, or floating your left hand away from the mat, finding opposition. Inhale, reaching through both extended limbs. Exhale, round the spine, taking elbow and knee to touch just over the mat. Again, inhale to lengthen all the way back out. Exhale, round the spine, elbow and knee connect. One more, inhale to extend. And exhale to contract. Bringing ourselves back out long, pointer's pose, and releasing left hand onto the mat if it left. Pivoting your left toes out on a 45-degree angle to the mat. Flexing your right foot and stacking the right hip directly on top of left. On an inhale, floating our right fingertips towards the sky, gaze will follow. Option is to stay right here, finding balance. Or taking top leg, bent at the knee. Right hand reaches back and around, clasping top of ankle. Once you have that grip, you're working on kicking the foot into the hand, pressing the hips forward as we arch the spine. Feeling openness across the front body. Carefully releasing ourselves back out, meeting with level 1. Holding it here, one deep inhale. Exhale, releases right hand back down to the mat. Pivoting left toes face forward and gently lowering the right leg down. Bringing ourselves to the other side. Keep the right toes tucked as you extend left leg straight out from the hip, pointing the toe. Again, option to keep both hands firmly on the mat or extending our right arm forward. Inhale, reaching through fingers and toes. Exhale, round the spine, elbow and knee touch. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, contracting through the abdomen. One more. Inhale, long. And exhale, round. Bringing ourselves back out, pointer's pose. Releasing right hand down to mat if it left. Pivoting right toes out 45 degrees to the mat. Flexing left foot and stacking left hip directly on top of right. Inhale, left fingertips towards the sky, gaze follows. Again, option is to stay right here, or when you're ready for it, bending the top leg at the knee. Left hand reaches back and around, clasping top of ankle. Once you have that grip, you're kicking foot into hand, pressing hips forward, arching the back. Feeling a nice stretch across chest and shoulders. Carefully releasing back out long. Holding here, one deep inhale. Exhale, release your left hand back down to the mat, pivot right toes face forward, and gently lower the left leg down. Adjusting our feet, bringing the big toe mounds to touch. Pressing down through the heels as we reach the tailbone back and up towards the sky for our first down dog. Taking a moment here to adjust. And if you're tight through the hamstrings, you may need a little micro bend in the knees so that we can send the tailbone back and up towards the sky. Taking a moment to walk out your dog, you'll come high on one toe, sink opposite heel towards the mat, and then just alternate here at your own pace, whatever feels good. nice little stretch through the backs of the legs and feet. Coming high onto our toes, bending the knees, gaze forward to your hands, walking our feet to meet them in forward fold. And similar here, just walking it out, bending into one knee, other leg stays straight as possible. And you're just alternating at your own pace, seeing how that affects the stretch through the back of the legs. Finding our way back to forward fold. Inhale up to a half lift, flat back. Exhale, releasing forward fold. Leading with the crown of the head, reverse swan dive all the way up to standing. Palms will touch. Option a mini back bend at the top, lifting the chest. Exhale, takes hands to heart center, prayer position, pressing palms firmly together. And we release down to our side, Tadasana. Inhale the arms up, palms touch, option, mini back bend. Exhale, hinging at the hips, release, forward fold. Inhale up, half lift, flat back. Exhale, place hands to mat, step back, plank position. Gently lowering our knees down to the mat, keep your toes tucked behind you. Take a look down, making sure that your fingers are pointing straight forward and shoulders are stacked directly on top of the wrists. Once you've made any little adjustments here you might need to, lifting our gaze forward towards the top edge of the mat so neck stays long. We rotate inner elbows facing forward. 4 counts to bend the elbows beside the rib cage in 4, 3, 2, hover off the mat. Inhale, pressing up in one solid piece. Again, exhale to bend in 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, pressing up. This time lowering all the way down in 4, 3, 2, 1. Untucking our toes when we reach the bottom. Keep the belly button on the mat. Inhale, lifting chest and shoulders to baby cobra. Exhale, releases back down. Again, inhale, baby cobra, opening the chest. Exhale to release. One more time, inhale up. And exhale down. Tucking toes behind us on the mat, pressing up through hands and knees, back to down dog. Coming high on our toes, bend the knees, gaze forward, walking feet to the hands, forward fold. Inhale up, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive all the way to standing, palms connect, option, mini back bend. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale up, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back to plank. Level 1 option to gently lower knees to the mat, toes tucked as we did a moment ago. 2 and 3, keeping your legs straight. We rotate inner elbows facing forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale forward to baby cobra or up dog. And finally, exhale, release up and back, down dog. Everybody inhale, comes high on the toes. Exhale, bend your knees, hover them 1 inch over the mat. Inhale, back up, straight legs. Exhale, pressing through the heels toward the mat. One more time, inhale, high on the toe. Exhale, knees hover. Inhale, back up to straight. Exhale, press through the heels. Coming high on toes, bend knees, gaze forward. Walking our feet to the hands, forward fold. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive all the way to standing, palms touch, option, mini back bend. Exhale the hands to heart center, prayer position, and release, Tadasana. Shifting our weight towards the heels, lift the toes away from the mat. Arms reach to the wall behind you. As we inhale, sweep arms forward, sit the hips down and back to chair pose. If you have any shoulder injuries or high blood pressure, option is to press the hands to heart center. Taking a moment here for the alignment, making sure the weight remains in the heels. Yeah, an easy way to do that is just to lift the toes. Being mindful here as well that we're not pressing knees together, keeping a little space. Feeling the tailbone reaching down and out while keeping chest lifted. Holding here, one more inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, step to plank or level 3, jump straight to chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, release up and back, down dog. Coming high on toes, bend knees, gaze forward, walk or quietly float feet to the hands. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, take a vinyasa, meeting back and down dog. Lifting our right leg to the sky, drawing the heel towards the wall behind you, toes pointing down to the mat. Couple of breaths here, reaching through that right heel. Beautiful. Come high on the left toes. Step the right foot in between the hands to runner's lunge. Yeah, you may need to help that right foot a little bit more forward if it didn't quite make it all the way up to the top of the mat. From here, gently lowering our left knee down to the mat. Take a quick look at your right leg and adjust if needed so that your right knee is stacked directly on top of the ankle. Coming up high onto the fingertips to make space for the upper body. Inhale, take the gaze towards the sky. Exhale, stack the hips right on top of that left knee. Flex your right foot and draw the heel forward. Option to stay right there, lengthening the spine, or release crown of head toward the mat. Bringing our hips back forward, stacking right knee directly on top of the ankle. Keep the legs as they are. Inhale, float arms towards the sky. Option, mini back bend, lifting the chest. Exhale, taking body forward on a 45-degree angle, sweeping arms down by our side. Again, inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, body forward, drawing belly toward the spine. One more, inhale to lift. Exhale, releases hands down onto the mat, pressing back leg up to straight. We draw our left heel down onto the mat, pivoting the toes in order to make that happen. And depending on your own anatomy, you may need to slide that foot in a little bit closer to be able to place the whole sole of foot flat on the mat. Yeah, we're aiming for a 45-degree angle, those back toes, meaning they're angled towards the top left corner mat. Once you have your legs set up here, bringing the body upright, arms reach towards the sky. Take a quick moment, straight your right leg, hands to the hips, checking that they're both pointed forward rather than opening up towards the side of the room. Yeah, in order to make that change, you may need to slide it in just a little bit more. Yeah, perfect. I need to slide mine in a little bit. Perfect. Once you've made any little adjustments you might need to there, slowly bend back down deep into that right leg and float the arms towards the sky. Interlacing our hands together at the top, flip palms to sky, press the palms, lift the chest. Exhale, releasing arms down to our side, body comes forward to that same 45-degree angle. Inhale the arms up, interlace the hands, press palms to sky, mini back bend. Exhale, unravel arms to the side, body forward 45 degrees. One more, inhale up, interlace, press the palms, opening up chest and shoulders. Exhale, release your hands forward onto the mat. Stepping back to plank, take your vinyasa. In our down dog, lifting our left heel towards the sky, toes point down to the mat. And again, lengthening through the left heel towards the back wall. Holding in our three-legged dog, feeling the length through the back of the hamstrings. Come high on the right toes, stepping our left foot forward between the hands, runner's lunge. Gently lowering our right knee down to the mat, keeping back toes tucked. Quick look, adjust here if you need to. Left knee stacks on top of ankle. Coming up high on the fingertips to make space. Inhale, take gaze lifted. Exhale, send the hips back to stack directly on top of the knee. Flex your left heel and draw it forward. And again, option to stay there, lengthening through the upper body, or release crown of head toward the mat. Shifting our way back forward into the left leg, stacking left knee directly on top of the ankle. Lower body stays here. Inhale, float the arms towards the sky. Option, mini back bend lifts the chest. Exhale, taking body forward 45 degrees. Sweep the arms down by your side. Again, inhale, reach the arms up and back. Exhale, taking it forward, drawing belly button toward the spine. One more, inhale to reach. Exhale, releasing hands forward onto the mat, pressing your back leg up to straight. Adjusting our legs for warrior one, draw the right heel towards the mat and adjust into that 45-degree angle with whole sole of foot planted down firmly. And again, on my body, I need to slide my foot in a little bit more in order to make that happen. Once you have your legs where you want them, inhale, floats the arms towards the sky. Straighten your left leg and place hands to the hips. Take a moment, noticing if the hips have opened up towards the side of the room, and if they have, draw the right hip forwards. Once you've made any little adjustments you might need to, keep strong and straight through the back leg as you bend deep into your front knee. Taking the arms up, warrior one. Interlace the hands together at the top, flip palms to sky, mini back bend. Exhale, release arms down to your side, body comes forward 45 degrees. Again, inhale all the way up, interlace, press the palms, mini back bend. Exhale, unraveling, body comes forward on an angle. One more, sweeping all the way up, opening up chest and shoulders, big morning stretch. Exhale, release the hands forward onto the mat, step to plank. Lower through chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. And exhale, release, down dog. Beautiful, coming high on our toes. Gently lowering knees onto the mat. Adjust your knees to sit mat width apart, toes stay together. Untuck the toes and gently lower back over the heels into a wide-legged child's pose. Feeling our chest drawing forward toward the mat, drawing grounding energy up from the earth into the heart. Grab yourself a sip of water, and then when you're ready, meet me back in down dog. If you have any shoulder injuries, option is to stay holding in down dog, thinking of taking your chest closer towards your thighs, deepening that V shape of the body. Everyone else, as you inhale, pressing the hips forward to plank. Exhale, reach the tailbone up and back, down dog. Two more times. Inhale, draw the hips forward, pulling belly button to spine. Exhale, release, up and back, down dog. One more. Inhale forward. and exhale back. Lifting our right leg to the sky with an open hip, point to the toe. Come high on your left toes and step the right foot to the outer right edge of your mat outside the hand. Gently lowering our left knee down onto the mat, pivoting our right toes out onto a 45-degree angle and bringing ourselves high on the fingertips. As we inhale, taking gaze towards the sky. Exhale, straightening your front leg, flexing the foot as body releases forward. Again, inhale, glide the hips forward, lifting the heart towards the sky. Exhale, releases up and back, letting head go heavy to the mat. One more, inhale forward, stretching through your left hip flexors. Exhale to release up and back, stretching through your right hamstrings. Bringing ourselves back forward to neutral, stacking right knee directly on top of the ankle and releasing hands flat on the mat if they left. Option for level 1 is to leave your back knee down. Level 2 and 3, pressing back leg up to straight. Everyone places left hand forward, center mat, approximately 1 hand length forward of your right. Hop your back leg in 1 to 2 inches. If the leg is straight, flex both feet and mindfully roll to the outer edges. If the knee is down, pick the toes up, take them out to the left side of your mat as you roll to outer edge right foot. Everyone has their right arm extended straight behind them, shoulder height for Twisted Dragon. Connecting our middle finger and thumb with the right hand in Shuni Mudra, representing courage and responsibility. As we inhale, press hips to sky, right hand reaches to the wall in front of us. Exhale, lower back down, hover hips off the mat, Twisted Dragon. Again, inhale all the way up, arching right side body. Exhale, lowers back down, squeezing inner thighs together. One more, inhale up. Exhale, lowering with control. Holding it here, one more inhale. Exhale, reverses to face forward on the mat. Gently lower left knee down if it isn't already there. Straightening the front leg, flex the foot. Maybe even sliding the foot a little bit more forward so we can get a little bit deeper as crown of head lowers toward the mat. Taking nice deep breaths here through the nose to help it release any tension in our muscles. Weight back forward into the right leg, placing it flat onto the mat. From here, everyone will press the back leg up to straight, stepping the right foot up and over left leg as we drop our hips towards the mat. The left leg is still straight in front of you, right leg is bent in towards you, and our right heel is lifted away from the mat. As we inhale, we'll lift our hips towards the sky, right hand tries to reach for the wall. Exhale, lower your hips, hovered 1 inch over the mat. Again, inhale all the way up, arching the spine. Exhale, lowering our hips, hovered over the mat. One more, inhale all the way up, opening the heart. Exhale, take your right hand down to the mat, reaching our right toes towards the sky. From here, bending into the elbows, take the chin to hover just over the mat. Lower left knee, press the elbows straight, and straighten the left leg. Coming through that again, if you need to, you can lower your left knee down earlier for support. Yeah, perhaps lowering it down first. We bend into the elbows, lower left knee, press elbows straight, and release up and back. Beautiful job. Flex the top foot, lowering it slowly in 4, 3, 2, 1, hitting our down dog, giving it a second to walk it out. Beautiful job, finding our way back into our down dog. Cleansing breath here all together, inhale deeply through the nose. Open up the mouth, release a noisy sigh. Taking our left leg to the sky, open the hip, point the toes. Come high on your right toes, step the left foot to the outer left edge of your mat. Gently lowering our right knee down, keeping back toes tucked. Pivoting our left toes out on a 45-degree angle. Similar to our runner's lunge, knee is going to be right on top of the ankle. From here, bringing ourselves up high onto the fingertips, making room. Inhale, take gaze towards the sky. Exhale, straighten the front leg, flex the foot, body releases forward. Again, inhale, glide the hips forward, lifting the chest towards the sky. Exhale, release up and back, crown of head to the mat. One more time, inhale forward, feeling a stretch in your right hip flexors. Exhale, releases up and back, stretching out the left hamstrings. Coming back forward to neutral, stacking left knee directly on top of the ankle and releasing hands back down to the mat. Option, level 1, to keep your right knee down. 2s and 3s, straighten right leg. Everyone placing right hand forward, center mat, about one hand leg forward of left. Hopping back leg in 1 to 2 inches. If the leg is straight, flex both feet, carefully roll to the outer edges. If the knee is down, pick the toes up and take them out to the right side of the mat as you roll the outer edge left foot. Our left hand reaching straight back, shoulder height. Take the hand in Shuni Mudra. Inhale, hips lift, hand reaches towards the wall. Exhale, lower hips hovered just over the mat. Again, inhale all the way up, arching left side ribs. Exhale, lower with control. One more. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, lower. Squeeze the legs together, holding one big inhale. Exhale, reversing to face back forward on the mat. Gently lower right knee if it isn't already down. Sending our hips back, stacking right on top of the knee as we kick our left heel forward. And slowly release crown of head towards the mat. Taking a few deep breaths here. Gliding our hips back forward, shifting weight into the left leg. Everyone pressing right leg straight. Step the left toes up and over as we gently lower our hips to the mat. Taking a second to adjust our legs here so that our right leg nice and straight, left knee bent with left heel lifted away from the mat. As we inhale, take hips up to the sky, left hand reaches for the mirrors or the wall. Exhale, lower hips down to hover. Again, inhale all the way up, opening across the chest. Exhale, lower hips, hover them over the mat. One more, inhale all the way up. This time as you exhale, take the left hand down to the mat, left toes reach to the sky. Coming high onto your toes, shift the gaze forward in between your hands. Again, option is to gently lower your right knee to the mat for support. From here, everybody bends into the elbows. Lower the right knee. Press elbows straight. Straighten the right leg. One more time, shift the gaze forward, high on the toes. Option to lower the knee, bend the elbows. Lower the knee. Straight the elbows. Straight the leg. Flexing top foot, lowering in 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming high on our toes, gently lower knees onto the mat. Untucking toes, sitting back over heels, release, child's pose. Grab yourself a sip of water, and when you're ready, meet me back in down dog. From our down dog, lifting right leg to the sky with an open hip, pointed toes. Come high onto the left toes, step right foot in between your hands to runner's lunge. Stacking our right knee directly on top of the ankle, back leg stays strong and straight. We pivot the back foot flat and parallel to the back edge of the mat, being sure to press down your left pinky toes. On an inhale, we straighten the front leg as much as you can, allowing body to release forward. Exhale, bending deep into front knee, taking gaze forward towards the wall in front of you. Again, inhale to straighten, only as far as you can, not pushing it beyond your limits. Exhale, bending deep into the front knee, keeping left sole of foot flat on the mat. One more, inhale to straighten, body release forward. Exhale, bending down, nice and low in the front leg. Bringing ourselves back into that straight-legged position. Lower body is going to maintain that alignment, leading with the crown of the head. Reverse swan dive all the way up to standing, palms touch. Option to take a mini back bend at the top, lifting the chest. Exhale, bending front knee as we press hands down and out from the heart. Again, inhale, straighten, lifting fingertips to sky. Exhale, pressing down and away. One more. Inhale up, lift the heart. Exhale, press down and out. Staying low in the legs and folding to face sideways on the mat for warrior two. Flip right palm face up to the sky. Inhale up, straight legs, Joan of Arc. Gathering hands at the heart, slowly press out, shoulder height as we bend back down, warrior two. Flip the right palm, inhale up, Joan of Arc, shining right side ribs. Gather hands at the heart, press, warrior two. Flip the palm, inhale up, Joan of Arc. This time our legs stay straight as hands gather and press with resistance. Hinging hips to the back wall, reach your right hand forward, flipping palms to face the side and slowly rotating the body down, stacking the arms for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Option is to take a block just underneath the right hand for additional support. Once you have your position, lifting our gaze straight up to the sky beyond the left fingertips, making sure if you're not using a block that we aren't letting the right hand touch the leg, keeping it suspended just in front. As we inhale, rising 3 inches higher through the body. Exhale, lowering back down with control. Again, inhale to rise 3 inches. Exhale to lower 3 inches. One more time for the obliques. Inhale up. And exhale down. Beautiful. Releasing our hands down either side of the front foot. If you need to, option is to place your blocks on either side of the front leg and allow the body to release forward, just hanging out here. Yeah, you can even do the same thing without the blocks, just getting into that nice stretch for the front leg. Yeah, another option, coming into revolve triangle. Staying light onto your left hand, perhaps a block underneath. As we inhale, right fingertips reach up towards the sky, gaze follows. Being mindful, if you're coming into revolve triangle, that it's a twist from your waist up, not letting it affect the alignment of the lower body. Holding here, one more inhale. As we exhale, taking right hand, hover just inside of the leg. Yeah, maybe placing it onto a block. Inhale, left fingertips up to the sky, Trikonasana. Option is stay or inhale, reach up 3 inches higher. Exhale, lowering back down 3 inches. Again, inhale up 3 inches. Exhale down 3 inches. One more, inhale up. Exhale, releasing down, placing hands to either side of the front foot. And again, option is just to stay right there, enjoying the stretch. Or if you're coming into revolve triangle, inhale, lifts the right fingertips to the sky, or gaze follows. Still actively pressing down through the left heel into the mat to help activate the back thigh. Holding here, one more inhale. Exhale, release your right hand to hover just inside the leg or onto a block. As we inhale, the left fingertip reaches up to the sky. Triangle pose. Inhale, wimbling all the way up, straight legs for Joan of Arc. Exhale, wimbling hands all the way forward to the mat as we bend into the front knee. Pivot high onto the back toes, sweeping right leg up and back to open hip, three-legged dog. And coming through a transition, I'll show you the level 1 option. Level 2s and 3s, feel free to take your variation. Everyone will take their gaze forward in between the hands, come high onto the left toes. Level 1 will gently lower left knee to the mat. Level 2s and 3s, keep it straight. We slowly bend into the elbows, gliding ourselves forward either to baby cobra or to up dog. And exhale, release up and back to our down dog. Lifting our left leg to the sky, open the hip, point the toe. Come high onto your right toes, left foot forward in between the hands, runner's lunge. Stacking left knee directly on top of the ankle, back leg strong and straight. Pivot the back foot flat and parallel to the back edge of the mat, right pinky toes down. Option if you need to add in your blocks right here for extra support. As we inhale, straighten the front leg, body release forward. Exhale, bending deep into front knee, gaze comes forward. Again, inhale to straighten, crown of head toward the mat. Exhale, bending down, keeping right sole of foot flat on the mat. One last time, inhale to straighten. And exhale to press. Bringing ourselves back up to that straight-legged position, enjoying the stretch through the backs of the legs. Maintaining the alignment through the lower body, lead with the crown of the head all the way up to standing. Palms will touch. Option, mini back bend at the top. Exhale, bends front knee as hands press down and out from the heart. Inhale, straighten, fingertips to sky. Exhale, press down and out with resistance. One more. Inhale up, lifting the heart. Exhale, press, expelling any negative energy. Staying low in the legs and folding to face sideways on the mat for warrior 2. Flip left palm face up. Inhale up, straight legs, Joan of Arc. Gathering hands at the heart. Slowly pressing out, shoulder height in warrior 2. Flip left palm, inhale up, Joan of Arc, shining left side body. Gather hands at the heart, slowly press away with resistance. Last time to flip the palm, inhale up, Joan of Arc. This time our legs stay straight as hands gather and press. Hinging hips to the back wall, reach your left hand. Flip palms to face the side and slowly rotate your body down to set up your triangle pose. Again, option to modify by using your block either on its second or third height, depending on what your mobility and strength are. Not judging where you're at today. Again, option is to stay holding in your triangle pose or letting yourself with a little flow. As we inhale, rising inches higher through the top arm. Exhale, lower back down 3 inches. Again, inhale up 3 inches. Exhale down 3 inches. 1. Inhale up. Exhale down. Releasing hands to either side of the front foot. Option for blocks. Option is stay right here, feeling the stretch, or inhale, left fingertips to sky, gaze follows, revolve triangle. And again, making sure you're still pressing down through the right heel into the mat. Not letting that back arch cave in, still pressing through our right pinky toe. One more inhale to hold. Exhale, takes the hand hovered just inside the leg or onto a block. Inhale, right fingertips up to the sky, triangle pose. Inhale, reach up 3 inches higher. Exhale, back down 3 inches. Inhale, up 3 inches. Exhale, down 3 inches. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Releasing our hands either side of the front foot, either onto blocks or to the mat. Either staying there or inhale, left fingertips up. One last time into revolve triangle. Getting that nice deep twist for the spine. One more inhale to hold. As we exhale, taking the left hand down just inside of the leg, either to a block or hovered. Inhale, right fingertips up into triangle. Keep the legs straight. Inhale, windmilling up. Shine the left side body in Joan of Arc. Exhale, windmill the hands all the way down to the mat as you bend front knee. Pivot high on the back toes. Sweep left leg up and back. Open hip, three-legged dog. Flowing through your transition. Come high on the toes. Gaze forward. Option to lower the back knee. Slowly bend the elbows, gliding forward. Either to baby cobra or to up dog. And exhale, release up and back, down dog. Coming high onto our toes, gently lowering knees to the mat. Untuck toes, sitting back over heels, release, child's pose. Melting body heavy into the mat. Grab yourself a sip of water, and then when you're ready, meet me in seated on the mat. In a comfortable seated position, take your 2 right peace fingers in between the eyebrows, placing right thumb to right nostril. Inhale through left nostril. Exhale out the right side. Inhale through the right. Plug that side. Exhale out the left nostril. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Continuing along at your own pace, possibly closing the eyes for a more introspective practice. Releasing right hand back down if eyes were closed, allowing them to float back open. If you're using blocks today, placing them down for a final Shavasana, one block on its second height, laying down the center of your mat. Your other block on its first height, where your head normally sits on the mat. Then lining ourselves up so that the spine is in line with the blocks, and carefully lowering ourselves down into a supported fish pose. Making any little adjustments you might need to here for the most comfort. Yeah, start with your legs bent, possibly opening arms out to the side in cactus. If you'd like, extending the legs all the way along down your mat, letting the legs release heavy. If you're a little tighter through the shoulders, option, taking the arms long down by your side with palms facing the mat, or somewhere in between by bringing them down to your side, palms face up. Once you have your position, allowing the eyes to come gently closed, taking your attention to your breathing, drawing slow, even breath through the nose, filling the rib cage. In whichever position you're in today, I invite you to bring your hands heart center, prayer position, palms touch. Silently thanking yourself for finding the time to come to your mat today. When you're ready, repeating either silently to yourself or aloud, I allow love to fill me up and guide me in all my actions. I thank you all for joining me today. Namaste.